Refuse to sell alcohol without ID, a customer who doesn't look for easy ways. I've been working for almost 5 years now at one of the largest supermarket chains in the UK. I've seen all sorts of things, and I've already shared a couple of stories here before. The situation I'm about to describe happened yesterday. I work as a cashier, and my shift runs until midnight, usually from around 9:30 p.m. until closing. I'm assigned to supervise the self-checkout area, which I'm perfectly fine with. In the UK, there is a policy for selling age-restricted products such as lottery tickets, glue, knives, alcohol, and so on. The legal age to purchase most of these items is 18. Because of this, we are required to ask for ID if a customer looks under 25 to make sure they are at least 18. Like every Thursday at 9 p.m., after returning from my break, I was instructed to go to the self-checkout area until the end of my shift. The first 30 minutes were calm and uneventful. Then I noticed a young man and a young woman approaching the self-checkout machines. They were clearly under 25 and had alcohol with them. I saw them talking to each other and chatting in a friendly way. I waited while they scanned their items: a 2-liter bottle of soda, 1 bottle of strong alcohol, and a 6-pack of alcoholic cocktails. I won't mention any brand names. They then pressed the Pay Now button, and the screen displayed the message: "Please wait for assistance," along with the usual beep. Cast: Me, OP, C1, female customer. C2, male customer. SV, supervisor. I walked over. The guy already had his driving license in his hand, while the girl was standing next to him, staring at her phone, texting, or doing God knows what. Me: Thanks, mate. I just need to check your friend's ID as well to make sure she's over 18. I turned to her. Hi, do you have any ID on you? Female customer. No, sorry. I don't have it with me, but I'm over 18. Male customer. Yeah, she's over 18. You've already checked my ID? So you can approve the alcohol. At this point, honestly, I didn't really care anymore. I've dealt with plenty of customers like this before, and the queue was starting to grow. Me: Sorry, but without valid ID from both of you, I can't sell you the alcohol since you're together. I removed the alcohol from the checkout and told them I'd be putting it aside. I took it to the rejected items area. If your friend comes back with you and brings her ID, I'll be able to sell you the alcohol. Male customer. But, me: As I said, sir, I need ID from both of you to verify your ages. After that, I went back to helping other customers. In Scotland, under the Licensing Scotland Act 2005, alcohol can only be sold between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Not a minute earlier, not a minute later. If I break this rule, I get fined, and my employer can fire me and hold me legally responsible. The same applies to selling alcohol to underage customers. This isn't my dream job. It's just part-time work and the pay isn't great. But bills don't pay themselves, so I need this job. I'm required to check ID for the entire group, no exceptions. Since there were 2 of them, I needed her ID as well. About 5 minutes pass. The flow of customers dies down a bit, and I see the guy walking toward me, alone. So, go on then, give me my alcohol, he says with a smug grin, clearly thinking that now that he's by himself, I'll sell it to him. Me: As I've already explained, sir, I still need to see your friend's ID. She was with you. No ID, no alcohol. It's that simple. Male customer. What friend? I have no idea what you're talking about. Me: The young woman with black hair wearing a pink top. You came in together, were talking to each other, and she was on her phone. I need her ID as well, just like yours, in order to sell the alcohol. You can buy the 2-liter bottle of soda without any issues. I handed him the soda. Male customer. She wasn't with me. She was just standing in the queue buying her own stuff. Me: Sir, she was standing right next to you. The queue was behind her. She didn't have any items at all. She was just on her phone. At this point, the customer was clearly irritated. Male customer. I've never seen any girl in a pink top in my life, and I have no idea who you're talking about. I want to speak to a manager. You're being inappropriate. Internally, I sighed heavily. As a 37-year-old man, I was already fed up with this kid who couldn't understand that he wasn't getting his alcohol and was just wasting my time and giving me a headache. Me: Of course. But she'll tell you exactly the same thing I did. I called the supervisor over on my headset and she came down. Supervisor: Hi, OP, what's going on? Me: This customer, I say, pointing at him, came in with his girlfriend and tried to buy alcohol. He has ID, she doesn't. I explained that I need ID from both of them. They left, and about 5 minutes later, he came back on his own. Most likely, his girlfriend was waiting for him outside. But she still didn't have any ID, and he was still trying to buy alcohol. I refused the sale again due to the lack of identification. He was clearly unhappy. Male customer, irritated. I already told you, she wasn't with me. I don't know who she is. I explained once again that I had seen them come in together, talking and standing right next to each other. Supervisor. I'm afraid my colleague is correct. If we request ID from one person, regardless of how many people are in the group, everyone must have ID. If we, as store staff, believe that the customers may be underage, we are required to see identification. Male customer. Me and her? We're not friends. I don't know her. Why won't you sell me alcohol? What made you think we even know each other? Me. Your body language, and the fact that I heard her say your name when you first walked. Passed me to buy the alcohol, sir? On top of that, selling alcohol to you right now would be illegal under the Licensing Act 2005. Supervisor. My colleague has already explained the reason for refusing the sale, sir, and I have to support his decision. Selling you alcohol isn't worth him losing his job. You're welcome to buy the soda. But without the young woman's ID, we can't sell you alcohol. It's that simple. We can review the CCTV footage to track your movements and confirm whether we're mistaken. However, considering it's now 9:45 p.m. and checking the cameras would take over 30 minutes, you wouldn't be able to purchase alcohol anyway. Male customer, defeated. Well then, your customer service isn't very good. He stormed off visibly angry, leaving the soda behind at an empty self-checkout next to me. Supervisor, once he was out of earshot, if they want alcohol that badly, they can just go to another shop. Just make sure he goes in alone. She then added, all right, I've got things to do for the last 15 minutes of the shift. We'll talk later, OP, and walked off. The rest of my shift passed quietly and without incident. Sometimes you just run into customers who simply don't know how to accept a loss.